Hey guys, fantasy football season's right around the corner, and guess what? I get to yell at you again because we're talking strength of schedule, and too many of you continue to overrate the importance. Actually, you look at it at all. You can completely ignore strength of schedule when you're drafting your teams this year because too often people take lesser talented players who have a lesser outlook for players who have a tough schedule because they're worried that they might not perform as well because of that. If you look at last season, perfect example last season, only 7 teams, 7, had a strength of schedule within 6 ranking spots of where they were the preseason. Within 6 spots, only 7 teams. We talked last year, the Lions were supposed to have the 2nd toughest schedule. They finished with the 3rd easiest. Everybody was all over the Texans, meanwhile, who had the 6th easiest, and they finished with the 2nd toughest. And granted, there was other factors, but you really saw what happened to the Texans last year. So you have this season, where everybody's looking at the Raiders as having the toughest schedule, the Broncos being right behind them, the Saints having a pretty easy one, so now people are saying, wait, should I take Drew Brees ahead of Peyton Manning even after what Peyton Manning did last year? And that's where the mistakes come in. And granted, Brees is extremely talented, that's just an example, because the last defense that ranked top 2 years in a row was the Pittsburgh Steelers way back in 93 and 94. It just doesn't happen. There's way too much change. Stop moving your players around, looking at the strength of schedule. Too many changes in the offseason. You just don't know what's going to happen. Stick to your rankings. Ignore the strength of schedule. I'm Jake Seeley with your fantasy all-in advice for Football.com.